Hey, good morning. It's Mike Shunke with Berkshire Hathaway Homes and Shift-Owned Properties in Scottsdale. Our Friday morning market chat. A little bit of a challenge here to do this while we're driving, but we're off to a meeting in Paradise Valley, so it's real quick. Starting to sound like a broken record. Low inventory. We've got 12,000 homes for sale. Remember, I do single-family detached because that's a more stable picture of the real estate market. Those are real buyers, not just investors. 12,000 homes for sale in the multiple listing service. 9,000 homes for sale in Maricopa County. And in Scottsdale this morning, we had 1,124 single-family detached homes for sale. That's the lowest I've seen in a while. That's just not enough. We should be over 2,500, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. There's 135,000 houses. 135,000 houses in Scottsdale. So if we've got 1,100 for sale, that's less than 1 in 100. Just population flows. People are moving here. People are in their houses. 90% of homeowners have a mortgage. That's nationwide, but Scottsdale's a little higher. It's a little different market, but homeowners, if you're in a 2 or 3% mortgage, why would you sell? It's tough, and businesses are moving here, and so people are moving here. People need a place to live. Housing's a little bit of a different asset class, so prices are pretty firm. They're even increasing a little bit. If your house is priced right, it's selling quickly. It's pretty interesting to watch. And actually, I live out by the Ancala Country Club. 1.2 seems to be that magic number. Under 1.2 sells instantly. Over 1.2 million, maybe not so. General families. Of course, you have the $3, $4, $5 million houses. It's a little bit different, but families moving, want to be by the schools, the Mayo Clinic. I like that area. It's a great area. 10 minutes to Old Town Scottsdale. But sat in on another Cromford report this week with Tina Tambor and Michael Orr. They do a great job. They really do. They provide realtors and brokers and the mortgage industry with some really good stats. They've got something called the Cromford Market Index, which is, unlike other statistics, it's more of a forward-looking measure of supply and demand in the market. And there are, in all of Phoenix area, in the valley we call it, if you're not from here, there are only 3 cities that are currently in a buyer's market. That would be Queen Creek, the city of Maricopa, and gotta pay attention here, and Buckeye. So like we said a few months ago, the outer lying areas where there's a lot of building going on, those markets are a little bit soft. But around here, it's super hot. Chandler is crazy. We made 2 offers this week on houses in Chandler, full asking price, and didn't get them. So $500,000 range. So we just, like I've said in the past, when a buyer comes to us, especially the last year, which was crazy, it takes 3 offers to get a house in this with limited inventory until you kind of build that relationship, trust, and explain the markets. What you see in the headlines is not happening. The market's hot. Just the Phoenix area is a hot market. Fountain Hills is number 2 in the valley. Seller's market. It's beautiful out there. It's funny. I'll tell you real quick. Everybody wants to. I get calls from California. Everybody wants to be up by the Troon area, and they think Fountain Hills is so far out. Well, first of all, Troon's beautiful too. Fountain Hills is beautiful, but Fountain Hills is about 5 minutes closer to like central Scottsdale than Troon. So check it out. It's pretty out there. It's a neat area. And it's closer than Troon. Anyway, we've got about 25% cash buyers still, which is strong. figure out where we're going here. Coming down Scottsdale Road towards Paradise Valley. 25% cash buyers is still strong. 75% of the home sales last month were owner occupied. That's good. You know, investors are backing off a little bit. You can get 5% on a U.S. Treasury bond. That's not bad. You know, put $10 million in the bank and just collect $500,000 a year, just doing nothing. Pretty safe investment. So that investors have kind of backed off the housing a little bit, not so much, but we've still got the owner occupied. Of the headlines, you're gonna start seeing, I say the real estate statistics are 2 to 3 months delayed. The headlines are gonna compare December, January, February. February is busy. December, January is a little slow. Slow number of transactions. You got to pay attention to the details. But the headlines are going to compare to the last 2 years, which were insane. We'll never see that again. Never say never, but they were insane. So the headlines are going to compare that number of transactions now to the last 2 years, and it's going to show significant drops in number of transactions. Prices are firm. It's a supply and demand thing. Prices they're heading up. Leads me to interest rates. I talk to a lot of mortgage brokers, a lot of people in the mortgage industry, and it's funny. I noticed I keep hearing that silly thing: buy the house, date the rate. We hope rates are coming down. This morning's unemployment number. We hope the unemployment number is good. It's funny, people kind of talking about rates coming down. It always seems to be hope and we maybe, and well, we want to stick to facts, and rates are not coming down. Of course, I cannot predict the mortgage market. I like to think I know better just from our bond trading history and banking history. This morning's unemployment number was kind of boring, kind of as expected. But what are we doing? Oh, I just caught my eye. The Ritz-Carlton here put on hold a $2 billion project in Paradise Valley. They put it on hold for having some financing issues. $5 million homes. What were we saying? Rates. What are they going to do? We don't know. It's interesting. This housing market doesn't concern me. I think the housing market is solid. In Scottsdale. That's in the Phoenix area. In Scottsdale, I think the housing market prices are going up. There's just too many people moving here. Overall economy scares me a little bit. I don't know if you've heard, Silicon Valley Banking Corp. How big is that going to be? Are there cracks in the banking system? I don't know. Banks lend money short term and invest money long term. I think this is where I'm going. Looks like it. So banks make money by lending short term and investing long term. Well, the technology industry, Silicon Banking Corp, might give you a heads up. The technology banking corp industry has been having a rough time, so they're pulling deposits from Silicon Banking Corp. Well, banks do not hold your mortgage. They don't hold your money. They invest it in government bonds. Banks don't have to realize losses until they sell an asset. Well, as investors start pulling money out of banks, they need to raise capital. They have margin requirements. They have federal guidelines. Most banks, we hope, are pretty solid. But again, we don't know. Hang on. I'm trying to park here. So as those Silicon tech investors start pulling money out of banks, out of Silicon Valley Bank, they have a shortfall of cash, and they need to raise capital. Only way for them to raise capital is to go out and sell those government bonds, sell the loans that they issued to or that they bought. And those loans are 2-3%. They don't pay anything, and then they have to invest in current rates 5, 6, 7%. So they're having a cash crunch. It'll be interesting to see if the big banks should be pretty solid, but we'll see. A lot of investors are raising eyebrows, saying, "Is this a problem? Is it not?" So I haven't heard anybody mention it yet, so I hesitate to say, but I think we're going to head for a little credit problem here. You might be able to get a loan at a decent rate. I mean, you may be offered a loan at a decent rate, but you're going to have great credit and good down payment. So with prices going up, this is a lot longer conversation than just a 10-minute drive. But historically, people either buy bonds or they buy stocks. Big money investors. Are they going to pull out of the stock market and start buying bonds? When you buy bonds, the prices go up and the yields come down. So that may bring mortgage rates down. But then you have the credit crunch side. There's a lot of moving parts. That's why I say nobody can predict the bond market or the mortgage rates. There's a lot of moving parts. So we'll see. It'll be interesting. But anyway, I can guarantee you. Yeah, I can guarantee you that if you are looking at the same house today and the same house in 3 months, it's going to cost you more in 3 months. It's going to be harder to get into. So, like I said, is it a good time to buy or sell? When you need to buy, it's a good time to buy. When you need to sell and it's a good time to sell. Every client that calls me is a different situation. Commercial, same deal. It's I think there's some deals in commercial. It's gotten a little expensive up there. We closed that sweet one up there. We still need a 25,000 square foot industrial space up there. $300 a square foot. It's a lot, but it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. Anyway, shoot us a message. Let us know if you have any specific questions. I hate to keep sounding like a broken record and talking about inventory, but I don't see it improving anytime soon. So we'll see. And if there's no inventory, prices will stay firm as long as businesses and people keep moving to the area. So it's a good time to buy if you want to come. We'd love it here. 85 and sunny today isn't bad. So I got to run in. Busy day, got a lot of running around to do, but we'll check in and have a super day. Like I said, if you have a question, give me a call. If I can help you buy or sell land, commercial, residential, whatever. We do more of a private client advising. We like to keep our clients happy and have long-term repeat customers. It's a funny industry. But if you just have a question, if you're an agent and you have a question, give me a call. I'll help if I can. If I don't, I can point you in the right direction. So be smart, be safe. Happy Friday, and hope you all have a great weekend. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.